are you saying that despite all of the objective information that was sent in by this particular claimant who happened to be an attorney, that Hartford was basically cherry-picking the information?
They cherry-picked and found whatever they could. And even in this cherry-picking, we're not even talking cherry-picking a couple words from a medical record, like a whole sentence. Maybe they would take 2 or 3 words to say, oh, my neck hurts. And they wouldn't go on to what was left. And his doctors were sending not only just the medical records, but letters clarifying their position based on what the Hartford doctors were saying and what the claims manager was telling the insured. And they still basically just, no, not enough. Basically it was the idea, take us to court.
So at the end of the day, this person ended up getting their benefits, but it took them 4 years to battle Hartford.
Yep.
I would say, from our experience, it's not normal that a claim is going to take 4 years to litigate. Mm-hmm. That's an extremely long time, but it can take that long. It's rare, but what's this person supposed to do for income during that period of time? And really, they can't do anything. So, mm-hmm. And unfortunately with ERISA, at the end of the day, what do you get? You get your benefits, you get your costs, maybe you get some interest, and possibly attorney's fees. But ERISA is a terrible law, and it's very sad what happened to this person. I'm glad that this person won their case, but you got to be aggressive with Hartford and all of these disability companies and make your move early and be prepared for these tactics by Hartford. Which leads me to another case that I took a look at beforehand, which deals with Hartford's tactic of contacting doctors and, again, cherry-picking the medical information, the records, and then the attending physician statements that they send to the doctors, and then sending a letter back to the doctor saying, here are some restrictions and limitations. Check the box whether or not you agree or disagree with these restrictions and limitations. And in this particular case, the doctor got it. They said, a couple restrictions and limitations. Can the person stand for more than an hour? Can the person sit for 10 minutes without a break? Doctor checks yes. He quickly gets in his office, he checks yes. Well, based upon that doctor's one check mark, Hartford denied this person's claim. This person was a stocker at Walmart. And this person also battled the disability carrier for 2 years. At the end of the day, the court comes back and says, it wasn't enough for you to just say, to get the doctor to check a box and deny his claim. After this doctor checked this box, the doctor ended up going back to the disability carrier and saying, no, it's not what I meant, that this person couldn't do their work. And, I'm glad we can share this with all the people who are watching this video, because just yesterday, again, I had another case with Hartford where they sent this same check the box letter to 5 different doctors that happened to be over at Johns Hopkins University Hospital. And the doctors are very busy. They get these forms and they say, okay, those look like restrictions and limitations. Check. But they don't know if those restrictions and limitations have anything to do with the way that the person works, how long they can work per day. Is it 8 hours per day? Is it 4 hours per day? And most of these policies require you to be able to perform a job for at least 8 hours per day, a 40-hour work week. And just because a person has one good day or one bad day doesn't mean that they're able to go back to work. So.
And also you have it too where sometimes, like you said, the doctors are very busy and they don't respond to it. They see some form letter, they don't think much of it. A lot of doctors sometimes will tell you, I'm here to practice medicine, treat my patient. They send me the forms, and if they don't get sent back, you'll see in the denial letter where it says, we didn't hear back from your doctor, so he must think you don't have any restrictions and limitations. You'll see a lot of instances like that, and with your case, in this case, it shows too, it doesn't matter. I mean, you have a stock worker at Walmart. My guy was one of the founding named partners in a multi-million-dollar a year firm, and they still basically, there's no distinction. They don't care who you are, what you do for a living. They'll find a way if they can to deny your claim.
And the worst part about it is they say that the proof of loss is on the claimant, yet they'll secretively send these letters to the doctors. The claimant doesn't know, and like you just said, a doctor doesn't respond, and then they go ahead and evaluate the claim without the doctor's response. So you really need to be aware at all times as to what's going to the doctor and make sure that you get the information back to the doctor. But if Hartford doesn't tell you, they're shifting the burden to the doctors and not to the claimant, and it's a tremendous disadvantage for the claimant. The last thing that we know that we see all the time with Hartford, and we've done some other shows that we've done where we've talked about, is Hartford is notorious for their video surveillance. And I mean, Cesar, how often do you see a Hartford case with video surveillance as compared to other disability insurance carriers?
I'd say 9 of the 10 cases that I get that are Hartford cases, there's video surveillance that's been done. It's even been on the news. It's been in Good Morning America. It's been all over TV. The tactics that they employ to put people under video surveillance, they may not necessarily have them, doing anything significant. They may be driving their car, but they never told the insurance company they couldn't drive their car. But they'll say, oh, well, we had you on video surveillance driving your car for 15, 20 minutes to the grocery store. And so based on that, we think you could work. They do it quite often, and I see it a lot.
Right, and we also talked about, which we invite you to watch our video on video surveillance, and actually we talked about Hartford's also does those field interviews where they'll send investigators, and in my opinion, they badger you more than any other investigator from any other company. They'll usually do a 3 to 4 hour interview at your house, and they'll do the tag team of the field interview at your house, the video surveillance, and then they'll also try to maybe send you for an IME and then set you up and say, basically, we think you're better. And that could be at any time. It could be 2 years into your claim, 3 years, the initial application. I've had someone call me 17 years they were on claim, and then they denied the claim. So, we only have a short period of time to talk to you here. We wanted to give you a flavor about our views on Hartford, hopefully give you some advice that you can gain as to how to handle your claim with Hartford. We encourage you to, again, contact us if you have any questions regarding Hartford. In preparing today and through our experience, we've seen hundreds of cases with Hartford, and there are literally probably thousands of cases out there with Hartford, especially since they've been around since 1800. So they're very experienced at what they do, and you should really put yourself in the best position to fight back against them. We appreciate you watching our show today, and we look forward to speaking to you in the future. My name is Gregory Dell, Stephen Jessup, and Cesar Gavidia.